Okay, this is a lesson plan for a Fishbowl technique, right? Success criteria for this lesson. After listening and participating in the Fishbowl, I will write my opinion and use evidence to support it. Okay, you have to write something. You can write notes about the participation of your student. Direct instructions, model, strategy, skill, concept to emphasize. Here you're gonna write, for example, set the purpose for an opinion and supply evidence to address the question it is ever okay to lie and steal. Provide a review of the fishbowl technique, modeling, active listening, and discussion. Inside circle and outside circle will be used and everyone will have a turn. Everyone will have a turn in the inside circle. In this part, you're going to explain how the class is going to be. Review how to tap in, tap out of the iron cycle to join and exit the discussion. Demonstrate listening behaviors, track the speaker, don't interrupt, use a friendly facial expression. This is about you. Demonstrate discussion behavior and remind student of sentence frames we have been using, for example, agree or disagree. Look at this. In this part, you can put, this is, you're not going to write exactly, right? But this is a model. What are you going? You have to give the instruction to your student. What is the grammar that you have them to practice? Agree or disagree. This is an example. Maybe you want them to practice first conditional, for example, because in that discussion you have them to practice a kind of grammar. In this part, the student have to practice agree or disagree in their when they are giving the opinions. I would like to add on to, or you can make a list. Another idea could be that if you want, if it is advanced, you can have them a list of certain vocabulary or phrases that they can use in order to debate, in order to give the opinion. Okay, for example, if you want, you can give them a list for example, to sum up, right? Something that because you want your student improve some phrases, improve their English, right? That is for advanced, for example. Guide and a skillful question to ask. Central question. The heroes in these two fairy tales lied and stole. It is ever okay. That is only an example. Assess. These are the students who will need further support. These are the students who will need further support. And you're gonna write the name of your students. Here you have an example. Andrew, Rachel, Riku, and Ashley will have modified text version of these stories. You're gonna put this if it's necessary. You're going to write here the how are you going to assess your student. Continue. Dialogue instruction. Teacher directed tool. I'm going to use this carefully as I want the student to take a lead on the discussion. However, if a misconception arises that they can resolve on their own, I will ask focusing question to come to an understanding of the concept or idea. A student led tool. Fishbowl discussion is ever okay to lie on a steel. Janet and jurors are the moderators for this discussion. Make sure they have a list of possible clarifying questions to ask when they need it. They will keep time. In this part, you're going to write the instructions. What are your instructions, right? Teacher guided tools. What are you going to do with them? Assess this, all the students who will need further support. Feedback opportunities. We can make this. We're not going to write everything, but it's necessary that you explain how are you going to, because this is a lesson. This is a lesson plan for third grade using Fishbowl technique. Okay. Independent learning and closure. Closure moderator Janet and Darius will summarize the Fishbowl discussion at the end and provide a list of points, pro and cons, that we are discussed. Okay. This is a lesson plan that you're going to follow. This is something that you're going to do. You're going to record your class. This is something for the last. This is a task for the last week of this level, right? Because we're gonna have 7 weeks, 7 weeks. Okay, vamos a tener siete semanas en este nivel. We're going to have 7 weeks for this level. And you're going to present the Fishbowl, you're going to record the student, you're going to record a class, you're going to present a Fishbowl strategy. Okay, you're going to record this class in the same way that you watch in the video. You're going to present, you're going to record, and you're going to upload on the platform. Okay? You understand?
Teacher, Miss, I have a question. Because according to the video, this activity is especially for teenagers. In the case of the children, it's very different for the label they have because they are learning a new vocabulary, and to keep a conversation is a little bit complicated.
But you have
How a
to
strategy?
you have to find a co-worker, a colleague. Try to find in your school. Try to find. This is not for tomorrow, right? This is for our last week. Try to prepare your Fishbowl strategy with a student that your coworker has. Okay. Maria Andrade, I think that is not gonna this is not gonna be difficult for you because you teach in an academy, right? And you can ask one of your coworkers that let you to prepare the the Fishbowl class.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I might have to ask for permission.
Okay.
What if the coordinator says no? What can I do if the coordinator doesn't give me permission?
Okay, try to ask one of your students I don't know, 20 students or 15, 10 students. Okay, try to find students, and in your free hour you can record a class. Okay, I'm not gonna give you a lot of homeworks because you're going to prepare this fishbowl class. Okay, Viviana.
Um, yes, I have the opportunity to develop this activity at work.
Okay, if you don't have intermediate or advanced, try to ask to one of your coworkers and have try to ask for permission. Or if you don't have, for example, Maria, you don't have, or your English coordinator don't let you, English coordinator doesn't let you to present this, maybe in your free hours, or maybe a day that you are free, you can coordinate with your students, some of your students, and record this fishbowl class. This is like a practice. You have to practice.
Okay.
Lucas, you can do it.
No, no, right now. The thing is that for some personal issues, I quit my job. So I had to be with my father. So I am with him right
Oh,
now.
sorry.
So I'm not.
I need to find another job too. I'm
I
finding another job too. But
I
I'd
am
like to
not.
work here, but I need another job. I have 3 jobs, but I have another. I need another.
I don't have students right now. So
Yeah,
that's it.
but don't worry. But try to find some of your students or colleagues that help you to record the video with 10 10 students, 3 students in the middle, and 9 around them. The things that I want you to I want you to see how you're giving your class, right? To record
This,
with cell phone, only with cell phone, with your cell phone, and somebody record the
I will
video.
talk to them. The thing is that in some institutions, it's prohibited to
It's not
record.
allowed.
It's
But
not
try
allowed.
to do it. Maybe you can improvise in your home.
I will see. I will see if I can talk to some people. But this is for the end of the course.
Yeah, this is the end of for the end of
Then
the
that's
week
it.
7. Week 7, our last, because this level we're gonna have 7 week, because we have to complete 190 hours. We have to make 7, at least 7 weeks. Mhm.
When is the course going to finish?
We're going to finish until level 3. This is in December. In December 26th, I think.
Also at the end.
Mhm.
Okay.
December
So
26th.
this is going to be for the last week.
For yes, for this level 2, we're gonna have for this level 2 7 weeks.
Okay.
7 weeks. Okay. I'm not going to create. I'm not going to create the tax yet, but I'm going to remind you that you have to do it, please, because you have to do it. I'm not going to give you a lot of homeworks. I'm going to grade maybe 2 practices. One of one of the practices is the fishbowl class, the fishbowl strategy that you're going to record, and the other is that you have to explain. We're going to learn grammar. We're going to learn grammar, how to teach grammar, how to teach writing. So you're going to present. We're going to present. You're going to present your. After I explain, for example, grammar class, you have to present and prepare a class. Okay, and for example, Viviana, Maria, Laura, Brian, we're going to give the feedback. Okay, you're going to present classes. Okay, don't get nervous. It's just you have to present at the top. Okay, today we're going to look at I'm going to give you the instructions later how to present your fishbowl strategy. The lesson plan no lo voy a hacer tal cual está ahí como les dije, ¿no? Porque voy a omitir algunas cosas para que se les haga más fácil, pero lo importante es que ustedes lo hagan. Voy a hacer otro formato. Ustedes lo van a subir con el lesson plan, con el video, ¿ya? Entonces, esta parte vamos a hacer, when I finish explaining grammar, you're going to give your grammar class, okay? Okay, let's see. Let's talk about grammar. Okay. Okay, today we're going to look at only a little bit about how to teach grammar. Remember that long time ago, we learned traditionally teachers translate everything, and now we have to use strategies how to present the grammar, how I'm going to teach grammar. Okay, whatever the level of the student and however language study is organized with ESA teaching sequences, there are 4 things that a student needs to do with a new language. Be exposed to it, understand its meaning, understand its form, how it's constructed, and practice it. In the sections that follow, we will analyze each of these issues in some details in the light of the study of the following areas of language: the verb to be plus noun, simple invitation, the use of comparative adjectives, and the word protection, for example. To get an overall idea of the teaching procedure, emphasize for each language, How should we expose a student to language? Okay, who answered this? How should we expose a student to language? Remember that we talk about how we can expose a student to a new language. Give us an example. Give me an example.
Maybe by reading books, like if it's little kids are like stories according to what the theme they are seeing.
Another? Viviana, another
Yeah,
tip.
we
How should we expose a student to language? If you are learning English, how we
As-
can have them exposed to the
as
language?
teachers, we have to speak always in English from the very beginning of the class, giving instructions, explaining a new grammar. When we
Inside or outside? For example, in the recess, you have to give
yes,
instructions.
maybe when we are walking in the halls, we can say some greetings in English. That's okay.
Okay, that's the best. The best is a good idea to expose the entire environment of English. In a classroom, a major part of the teacher's job is to expose a student to language so that they can use it later. Here are some examples how we can do this. Example 1, we have here we have a class for complete beginners. Okay, the teacher is with a group of complete beginners. She wants them to be able to say what objects are called. She holds up a pen, point to it and says, pen, look, pen, as many times as the thing is necessary. The student have had a chance to hear the word. Later, they may want to go beyond single word. She can hold up the pen and say, listen, listen, it's a pen, it's a pen, it's a pen. Once again, she is giving the student a chance to hear the sound of the new language before they try to use it themselves. Later still, they may start asking the question, what is it? What is it? After that, the teacher asks, what is it? Pointing to the pen, right? What is it? So the student get a chance to hear what the question sounds like. Because many people acquire languages by hearing them first. Many teachers prefer to expose the student to the spoken form first, as in this example. However, some students may need the reassurance of the reading word as well. Example invitation, elementary. The teacher wants her elementary student to be able to invite each other and responds to invitation. She plays a tape on which the following dialogue is heard. Joe, hello. Hello, Sarah. How are you? Fine. Air, no reason. No, why? Would you like to come to the cinema? Yes, will be great. Well, it depends what time. The new Tarantino film. I suppose it's all violent. Yeah, probably, but it's meant to be really good. I don't usually like violent film. Oh well, we could go to the pizza place or something. I'm only joking. I'd love to come. The teacher wants her elementary student to be able to invite each other and respond to invitation. This is a good idea to learn. I always try to have them to model a dialogue and I put a space. Okay, I have them to repeat the dialogue and then put a space in order that they can remember what are they going to say. The teacher plays the tape more than once so that the student get a good chance to hear the invitation language, some of which the present continuous vocabulary items they probably already know. She may also say the invitation part of the dialogue herself, and she may feel it is a good idea to show the student a reading version. Okay. Example 3. Comparative, lower intermediate. In this example, for lower intermediate student, the teacher is going to get a student to use comparative adjective before she does this. However, she has them read the text opposite this text. Okay. Another way to learn grammar is that have them to read to read maybe a comic or maybe a report that they can realize that there is a grammar there. Okay, these texts give a student many examples of comparative. Okay, of comparative adjective using in a further realistic way. Okay, it's important that you give them examples with in realistic examples, right? Example 4, protection. For example, if you want that your student understand a word, for example, protection is a word, with an upper intermediate class, The teacher wants the student to be able to use the word protection correctly. She showed them the following printout from a computer. Look at this. I'm going to make it bigger. Look at this. The teacher wants to be sure that 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 the students can learn the word protection and give them a lot of the examples. I was married, pregnant, and had a dog for protection. I dream of your body so luscious. Get wet. This is sunscreen. Do give the best protection after all perspiration can wash. Sunscreen after swimming use a hidden sun protection factor on vulnerable spots. Exhibited a wide variation in effective protection according to the important. Okay, look at this. When you want the student can learn a word, the best way is that you give them a lot of examples in a context. Okay, a lot of examples, as you know, like the word protection. Okay, it's not necessary that you translate. You just write on the board or write on the board. If necessary, some examples with the meaning, but not giving the meaning. Only how to use the word in a sentence, as you know. As you look at the screen, you have a lot of sentences using the word protection of the villagers, but with clothing, food, and protection against the sun. Right? Do you understand until so far?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the way that you can teach your student the meaning of a word. It's not necessary that you read the meaning, but you can teach writing on the board maybe, or only reading a lot of sentences with the word that they have to
But that in
understand.
the, sorry, but that in the cases of level of English, for example, that this kind of example is for upper intermediate.
Upper intermediate or intermediate too.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Then here, okay. How a student understand the meaning. This is perhaps the easy level at which to explain meaning. The teacher wants the student to understand the meaning of the word pen. So she hold up a pen and say pen and the meaning will be clear. She can do the same with the words like pencil, table, chair. But however, she wants to expose the student to the question for what is it? Okay, what is it? She cannot rely on object. Instead, she asks the question using gestures. You can use gestures. Raise shoulders and open arms, and expressions. A puzzled look on her face to indicate the meaning of the question. It's very important that you use gestures and minds in order that your students can understand what is the meaning of the word. Of course, the teacher can also ensure that the student understands the meaning of a word by showing pictures, photographs, cards, or while drawing them on the word. Even amateur stick drawing are useful for this purpose. Okay, it's useful to use pictures, but if you have the object, it's not necessary that you use flashcards because you have the real object, right? It's better. Some of the way of helping a student to understand, then especially when dealing with very simple concepts, are objects, pictures, drawing gestures, and expressions. Some of the ways we can help a student to understand the meaning of new language are illustrated in the following examples. Sorry, something happened here. Okay, how a teacher can model a sentence. He's painting the house. Isolating the future, he's unpainting, which are essential part of his grammatical construction. Dear teachers, how you explain grammar? For example, if you want to explain present continuous, of if you want to present I'm talking about grammar. If you want to present I don't know, present continuous, present tense, what is your technique? Could you please tell me? Hello. Try to explain me. At the moment that you're going to explain grammar. Oh my God. What is your technique? Viviana, Maria, Lourdes, Brian, Laura, Gabriela, Stephanie.
For example, in my case, when I try to explain the using of the present simple, I try to make a comparative with the circumstances that I do in a daily routine. For example, this is the most common example that how to explain the present simple. So in that part, students try to explain the same, and they try to understand about what is the use of the circumstances of present simple.
Okay, good. Gabriela, how do you explain grammar, for example? Give me an example.
Okay, I like, not me, for my students, they like to listen to music. So I choose a song that I teach grammar with a previous song, according to the grammar that I'm gonna teach. It could be